This is a video about 3MD70, and it's basically about adding and subtracting partial areas. So first question. The orange part of the rectangle has an area of 9 feet squared. So remember this, just this 2 up here means square. Okay, so this means 9 feet squared. If the total area of the large rectangle is 12 feet squared, what is the area of the blue part? So we have the area of the orange part. We have the area, the total area. And they want us to find the area of the blue. Okay, so let's look at this. The total area, well, I guess I could do it this way. The area of the orange part, they said, the orange part of the rectangle, which is here, is 9 feet squared. Okay, and it says if the total area of the large rectangle, that means all of this, is 12 feet squared. What is the area of the blue part? So you might think that this whole area is blue, but they're just saying they want, in this picture, just this little section of blue. They want you to find it out. Okay, so it looks like all I'd have to do is take the total area and then minus this orange part, and I'd be left with just the blue. So for example, if I took this area and I just cut out the orange part, I'd just be left with that much blue. Okay, they want to know how much, what's the area of that little blue L. So all I have to do is super easy. I take the total, which was 12 feet squared, and all I have to do is take away, like I did here, I just took this away, the area of the orange, or just take away the orange altogether, and I'll get the area of this L, which would be 12 minus 9 is 3 feet squared. So this is the answer to this question here. Okay, it looked more difficult than it actually was. Next question. Now this is a long question. It's slightly frightening. So let's read it and let's look for clues. And maybe we'll even draw a picture. It says Ella has 2 different posters to put up in her bedroom. Poster A has an area of 187 square inches, and poster B has an area of 432 square inches. How much area of Ella's bedroom wall will the 2 posters cover? So we've got poster A, and I'm just going to visualize this with a picture. Poster A, so this is poster A, and it's equal to 187 square inches, so inches squared. Okay, so the total inside of that picture, or the area, which is the area, right? Okay, and then poster B, and I'm not drawing these to scale, is bigger, so it's not going to be perfect, but I just know it's bigger. And it's equal to 432 inches squared. And again, that's the area. So now I like to read the question. Sometimes I underline it. Okay, it says, how much area of Ella's bedroom wall will the 2 posters cover in square inches? Well, they're already in square inches, so all I have to do, it's these 2 pictures are going to take up the room, so all I have to do is add them together. So all I do is add 187 inches squared and 432 inches squared. I add those up, I get 7, 8, 9, 8 9, 10, 11. So I put 1 down and carry 1. 4, 5, 6. And that's inches squared. Now, we know whenever we have square inches, we've got area. That's what it asked for. It asked for area and in square inches. So this is the answer right here. Question number 3. Now this one looks really simple, but it's probably the hardest one. It says, what is the area in square feet of the shape below? Now this isn't a square, so our song, perimeter plus is the frame and the window, area is the squares, or length times width. This is an irregular shape, so we can't do that. So we need to break it up into 2 shapes. So let's do that. So if I did this here, I could just bring this down like this, and this would be shape A, and this would be shape B. Okay. So now for shape A, and I'll do shape A, shape A. Now if I'm doing square feet and finding the area, perimeter plus it's the frame of the windows. Area is the squares or length times width. I don't have squares here, so I have to do length times width. Now sometimes the length and width are hidden. Looks like the length isn't hidden, so I know that is 6 feet. But what I have to do is find this length here. Okay. Well, I know this length is 7, right? And I know this length is 4, right? So this right here has to be 4, because these are the same length. So if I take 7, the whole length, and subtract it by 4, I should get 3. So let's see, does that make sense? This total area, if this right here is 3, and this right here is 4, does it add up to 7 feet? It looks like it does. So I know this is 3, so this must be 3, because they're the same size. Okay, I know this is 6, and I know this is 6, but perimeter plus is the frame of the window, area is the squares, or length times width. So I've got the length, and now I've got the width, which I probably should have put feet here. So it's 6 feet times 3 feet. So if I multiply those, 6 times 3 is 18 feet. And I always like to see how it's squared. See how there's 2 feet? So I know it's feet squared. So that's shape A. But now I have to find the area of shape B, and I know I don't have squares again, so I'll put shape B, and I know area is equal to, I'm just going to abbreviate length times width. Well, I know the length here, it says it is 4, so that's nice. So I'm going to put 4 feet for the length, but I have to find the width, which would be this length. Oh, so that's kind of hard. Well, I know this is 6, right? If this length is 6, then this length also must be 6. But I only have from here to here, which is supposed to be 4. So 4 plus what would give me 6? 4 plus 2. I think this would be 2. So if I put 2 feet here, let's see. 4 plus 2 is 6, so I know from here to here is 6, okay? So now I've got a width. If this is 2, from here to here, I also know that this is 2. So all I need is length and a width. Length times width is 2 feet. Now I'm going to multiply those. 4 times 2 is 8 feet squared. But it says, what is the area in square feet of the shape below? The shape was this awkward shape. So we'll have to add those two together to get the total area. So if I add A, which was 18 feet squared, plus the area of shape B, which is 8 feet squared. Well, that was weird. I get 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's 26 feet squared. So you can see how I can break up irregular shapes into rectangles, since I know that there's a formula for area of a rectangle, which is length times width. If I just break up the shape into two rectangles, then I can figure it out by adding the partial areas to get the total area. So these are the partial areas, area of A, area of B, and the total area would be 26 feet squared. Let's go to the next one. Noah is building a garden. So this is the garden. He needs to buy enough soil to cover the whole garden, pictured below. So this is his garden. What is the total area of the garden in square feet? Again, we have a problem. This is not a rectangle. It's an irregular shape. So we need to divide it into two rectangles. So I think I'm going to just draw a line here. And I'm going to say this is shape A and this is shape B. So if I add the area of A plus the area of B, I will get the total area. But before we do that, we first have to find out the area of A. So area is equal to length times width. So I abbreviated that, length times width. So I have to find of this shape here, shape A, the length. Oh, this one's so much easier. The length here is 4 feet. So I put 4 feet times the width. Okay, that looks like the width. I can't tell which is which because they're both the same length. So then I know the area of the first shape is 4 times 4 is 16, and there's 2 feet, so that's feet squared. Now I need to find out the area of shape B. So I know area is equal to length times width, and the length of this shape, oh, they're the same. The length is 2 feet, and the width is 2 feet. So I just times those together. 2 times 2 is 4, and I've got feet, I've got 2 of them, so I just call it feet squared. Now, to find the total area, all I have to do is add the two together. This plus this will give me the area of the total garden. So I just add those together. So I have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know it's 20 feet squared, and that is my answer to what is the total area of the garden in square feet. The total area is 20 feet squared. We found that out by breaking up this irregular shape into two rectangles. So we could use our formula for rectangles, area is equal to length times width. And that's it. Hope that helps.